Well, we're going to take a look here. We're going to start off. This is my video from yesterday talking about this topic. I guess I'm not supposed to talk about it because I got the warning right off the bat, right? You're not allowed to talk about this, right? They give you a little link here about the topic. It's exactly what I put on in my video. I put it up there for them, but when I go to the video where I got the discussion between the parliament member here, I noticed they don't have the
For
warning.
Ukraine, we fight for this new world order for the.
So I don't know. Is it a conspiracy? Or they're allowed to say it, but we got to get a warning? I don't know. But here we go. We want to talk about this propaganda war a little bit before we move into our inflation watch. And here we have, what do we have here? Right? I mean, the propaganda war is off the chart. It's completely off the chart. The things we're seeing. Here they are with their, I don't know if they're plastic or plywood or cardboard weapons they're training, I guess. They're just showing these videos in the background, these
that will allow
pictures.
Russia to move forward.
Here we have the, they're training, right? They're training with toys and pieces of wood, I guess. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, the enemy's already invaded. I mean, the time for training, maybe that's past. And here's another one. This story was well liked. The Miss Ukraine joining the fight against the bad guys. At least we know who the bad guys are. And they report here that Miss Grand Ukraine has apparently traded. He's apparently. And this was the picture, and it turns out, of course, all the media outlets couldn't wait to report it, and they just got to tell the story. And then, of course, the USA Today, I don't know if they broke the truth. Who knows if it's true, right? But they're saying, no, it's not a real rifle. It's a toy, an airsoft gun. She didn't join. It makes more sense to me that's what's going on. The photos, it is what it is, right? So I guess the USA Today wants to be able to break the truth, give themselves more credibility going forward so they can report whatever and everyone will believe them. Who knows? But anyway, the big talk, the big concern, the D-Day coming up, March 15th and 16th, inflation. And so what do we have today? S&P falls, the conflict stokes inflation fears, right? As if we shouldn't already be afraid because of inflation. Here's what they have to say about it. The Federal Reserve Chairman said the upward pressure on inflation, so we have upward pressure on inflation was expected to continue for at least a while. This is what they do. They never say anything that you can hold them to. It's all ambiguous language, Orwellian double talk, double speak, or whatever you want to call it. So it'll continue for at least a while and flag the risk that the Ukraine crisis will prolong what? The supply chain. Oh, it's a supply chain problem, which have been a key driver of inflation, right? It's not going to help at all. These supply chain ships are not being offloaded. They talk about everything but the giant 800-pound gorilla in the room, which was, the money printing, the quantitative easing, the stimulus, the creation of currency, the actual definition of inflation, not price increases. That's a result. Many things can lead to an increase in price. Supply chain problems can, whatever, shortages, bad weather. We want to hear about you raising interest rates. You're going to fight inflation. They've been saying we're going to fight inflation. And, quite honestly, to this day, I mean, here's what was said. The first bank of the United States, by the way, 1791, the first central bank. And it was prohibited. It was forbidden from buying U.S. government bonds. Why? Why was this written in to the banking constitution forbidding them to buy government bonds? Well, to avoid inflation. To avoid inflation, the central bank cannot buy bonds. And that's completely not the situation today. And we see here that the Fed, and this is probably about a year old, this article. Since 2020, the Fed has been purchasing $80 billion worth of Treasury securities, bonds, and another $40 billion of mortgage-backed securities. I can't believe these are still in existence, considering what happened in 2008, 2009. So they're spending $120 billion a month, every single month. Now, I've heard that they're not buying as many, that they've reduced the purchase, but they're still buying. See, they keep talking about fighting inflation, and they haven't even started yet. Inflation, the target, the Fed wants 2%. That's the mandate. That's the target. We want a 2% inflation rate. We're at 6, 7, 8%. 300% higher than we're supposed to be. That's by the numbers they give us. Many people speculate the numbers are much higher. And you know what? We take a look here at my prices. Oh, this has gotten too big here. That was the wrong one. Here we go, right here. I've been keeping track of prices. So here's milk. A year ago, $2. Today, I made this about less than a week ago. Milk was $3.45 a gallon. Today, it's $3.90. $3.90, from $2 to $3.90 in about a year and a half. That's like a 95, 96% increase in the price of milk. And they're not even fighting inflation yet. Here's battered fish, whatever, up 15%. DiGiorno pizza. It was $5 6 months ago. Today, this I made a week ago, $5.94. Today it was at $6.24. 25% increase. Orange juice up, eggs up more than 42%. What's striking to me is it's on the staple good. Eggs, milk, bread. Do I have that in here? Oranges. Diet Coke, there's a staple, right? I don't know what the price of bread is today. I don't even want to look. So they're talking about we're going to fight inflation. We're going to do it. One day, we'll speculate, maybe someday, they haven't even started to fight inflation. They're still buying securities. And I guess mortgage-backed securities. They're not spending $120 billion a month. Maybe it's $80 billion or $50 billion. They're still expanding the money supply. So all this talk about fighting inflation, I mean, if they were going to fight inflation, I imagine they would have started by now. And now, of course, you got this invasion going on and whatever. Just another excuse not to fight inflation. And in the meantime, prices continue to go up. I mean, we see here oil actually pulled back a little bit. It was like at $120 a barrel. Now it's about $112. Gold, I mean, how much longer till these things begin to really, take hold and we see prices running? I guess maybe a majority of investors don't quite believe it yet. Maybe they're not quite sure. Oh, the Fed could do something. Bitcoin getting hammered today. I don't know about, I was really surprised to see Bitcoin go up the other day. I really thought Bitcoin would take a much harder hit because it's so new. I understand what it is and how it works, but it's just so new. I wasn't sure. It seems like more of a risk-off asset, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, so they're going to keep talking about fighting inflation, and they're not fighting it. In fact, they're creating it. And think about the cost of oil going up, of gas. Think about how many products that you buy. I mean, forget the trucking and the transportation. Higher gas prices. We got to truck food from the warehouse to the store. Fuel prices have skyrocketed. Therefore, that cost is going to bear itself out in the cost of food. But think of how many products you buy that are covered in plastic or covered in cellophane or styrofoam. all these products that are made from petroleum, these wrapping products. So every time you see the price of fuel or oil going up, it's obviously basically hitting everything else too. So you have all of these different things going on. And where is this all leading? I'm telling you what, by the end of the year, I'll just make a prediction. Price controls will be setting in. You'll start to see them. We could start, give it till at least March 15th. We got to get there first. Nothing will happen between now and then. Maybe they'll raise 25 basis points. Maybe not. I can't imagine them not. It's just, it's impossible to comprehend. But wait till the price controls set in. And where does that start? Is that going to be at the gas station? Are they going to put some sort of moratorium or some sort of control on how much gas stations can sell? I don't know. That'd be a tough one because gas stations have different prices. But look for price controls coming at a store near you in the not too distant future. And then the shortages will start. Now is a good time to start getting ready. Doing the little prepper stuff. Gearing up. Getting ready. Look, I'm not a financial planner or advisor. I'm not a prophet. But if you're not getting ready, at least somehow, now would be a good time to start thinking about it. Maybe getting some cash out of the bank. Wait till that happens. Bank runs. You're a fearmonger. I know. Fearmonger. All right, anyway, we'll check back tomorrow and see what news we have of our illustrious Federal Reserve's war on inflation. They're doing such a good job. So proud of them. They're heroes.